Hello, everyone. Welcome to this new live session of Customily. As we are letting people in on the chat, we are going to wait just 1 minute and play some music in the meantime.
Yo, online store owners, listen up now. I'm about to drop some knowledge, show you how Customily, the best app in town. Let me tell you why, so you can win a crown. Then you can wear the crown. Personalization is the name of the game. Give your customers that personalized fame. Customized products so unique and cool. Spread the word, don't be a fool. With Customily, the store will stand out. The possibilities, there's no doubt. From t-shirts to mugs and everything in between, your customers will feel like a dream.
Okay, welcome everyone to this new live session of Customily. Thank you all for joining us today, supporting this great project of always showing you something new, some great tips, and our latest features that we're going to be launching and presenting every time. For those who don't know me, my name is Josema. I'm going to be your host today, but I'm not alone here. Today with me, we have Cecilia and Ezequiel. They are always on the chat answering questions and sending questions for the presentation as well. They will be answering along the way. And of course, we always save some questions for the end. Joining me today presenting will be Cecilia with the best trending ideas for our topic. And today's agenda, we're going to be covering pets niche. We're going to be checking out some ideas and tools from Customily to honor our pets and most likely upload their images and their photos. So we're going to show you some design ideas with photo uploads, then give you a walkthrough through the image uploader feature that we have in Customily, and show you how to create a design using this image uploader. Of course, we're going to have some Q&A time at the end, and some questions probably we're going to be answering along the way. So to get started, I'm going to share stage with Cecilia and talk about the pets niche.
Hi, everyone. Do you hear me, Jose?
Yes, perfectly.
Okay.
We can see you, we can hear you. Welcome to this new live session.
Thank you. How are you?
Doing good, thank you.
Okay, so for today, we prepare some ideas about the pet niche. We know that we are currently in the summer season, the wedding season. So if you haven't checked the past live sessions, you can watch it in our YouTube channel with tons of ideas. This time, since I don't know, Jose, if you knew this, but on August, we have the Cat Day and Dog Day. The Cat Day is the 8th of August, and the Dog Day, is the 26th of August.
26, okay.
Yeah. So it's a really good excuse to talk about the pet niche.
And that's worldwide, correct?
Yeah, worldwide.
Oh.
Of course, it doesn't mean that people are going to buy these products only in August. They are super trending the whole year, but it's a good excuse to talk about pets. So first, let's start with products for pets. This is a really interesting niche. When we talk about the pet niche, you can think of it two ways. One is the product for the pets themselves, or you can also sell gifts for the pet owners. For example, t-shirts with the dog of your face, or any kind of product that you can use yourself with the dog or your dog or cat face.
The dog moms and the dog dads. And
exactly. I'm a dog mom myself. It's really interesting, actually, because if you check some trends around and some data, the world is like going in that direction, especially, for example, in Europe, people are tending to have less kids and more pets. And especially the young people, like between 20 and 40 years, they are tending to buy a lot of stuff for their pets. It's not like before that you just had a dog outside in your house. Like today, you buy them clothes, you buy them like nice bowls, leashes, whatever you can think
uh,
of.
Spa and
Yeah, well, yeah,
beau- uh, beauty products.
yeah,
There's
that's
a
it.
huge industry around pets and comfort of pets, not only just accessories and clothing. It's amazing the amount of money invested on pets,
Yeah,
on every single
definitely.
area you can think of. If you're even thinking people related areas, the same goes for the pets, even
Yeah.
psychiatrists.
Yeah, I was going to say that. I've heard some people that take their dog to therapy, but whatever. I'm not going to talk about that today. So let's focus on the products. For example, there are many pod providers that are incorporating products for pets to their catalogs. Today, Printify is the one that has the wider range of options. So I gathered these ideas to show you of things that you can sell using Printify and Customly. For example, pet bandanas, pet hoodies, pet tank tops, the collar and the leash, of course. Are all things that can easily be personalized. In this case of the bandana, I just added a nice background and a custom text so you can put the name of your pet. Then the same on the hoodie. I don't know if you can see it right, but it has like little kittens with the name of the cat. This is another example on the tank top or like a sporty thing with the name and a number of the t-shirt. And then, of course, the collar and the leash, where your shoppers can put the name and the phone number in case the pet gets lost.
In fact, the pioneer product, customized product for pet was always the pet tag because it's the first thing you
Yeah,
want to
yeah,
personalize about
yeah.
any
Well,
pet.
they have them too, the tag, but I just didn't put it here because that was like the first product for pets. I wanted to show some new ideas, but yeah, Printify has the pet tag as well. We have the pet bed, which is super nice. In this case, I just put a background with some clouds and the name, but you can personalize it any way you want. Even put face of the dog in there or cat. Then we have food mats and feeding mats. This product is very similar, but the food mat is like really thin, like a really thin carpet, and the feeding mat is like plushy and it has like a bone shape. And then, of course, the bowls so they can eat and drink. Um, but basically, you have like a nice range of products here. You can have a store and sell pets products with Printify and with Customly easily customize any of these products so people can personalize it the way they want. But if moving forward to the other side of this niche, which are the pet owners, at Customly, we have a lot of designs for pet owners that you can sell as well. So, for example, you may think, okay, the pet niche, like the product for pets, is not really for me. I want to sell T-shirts, I want to sell mugs, I want to sell notebooks, something that's like more popular. You can still focus your strategy on pet owners. And at Customly, we have over 50 designs for pets ready to apply and sell. There are tons of options, either for dogs, for cats, or also to combine both. Here are just some of the options available, but really the catalog is impressive, and there are so many options that you can practically have a store like only filled with customized design.
And remember, you can always just pick the cats and the dogs in different styles and put them in your own designs. So many people will take this as a starting point, these designs, and then change the background, change the quotes, rearrange the dogs and the cats in different places and positions. So it's really it becomes endless when it comes to theme related, topic related. And you can put the cat on Christmas designs. So
Yeah.
it covers a lot to have the dogs and the cats ready with Customily because that's the big part. I mean, it's 100 plus breeds each species. So grabbing those and creating your own designs, it's also what gives this a great scope for you to explore ideas.
Yeah, definitely. But chance you just named the seasons, but just in case you don't want to think hard or work on your own designs, we also have like pet designs combined with seasons. So you will find pet designs for Christmas and the dogs with the Santa hat, and you will find pet designs for Halloween or for Valentine's. Really, I think is one of our strongest collections today at Customily, the pet niche. So I really recommend that you go and see the options that we have there. Or as Jose just said, maybe it gets you inspired to create your own versions based on these options that we are sharing. So just to go quickly over this, I just picked some options to show you. A tumbler with this cute design for cats. You can have the same design for dogs as well, and you can mix them up. Then a tote bag with a dog mom design where your shoppers can choose between 1 and 4 dogs or cats as well. Then another design with a different clip art where you can recreate yourself sitting with your pets at home. And then finally, another option that's super cute that is to remember the ones that are not with us anymore. It has like the dog or the cat with the little wings on the sides, which is really cute. So moving forward, before Jose starts with the class about today, we have the image uploader. So we have tons of ideas with photos. I also wanted to combine these two things, the image uploader feature of Customily with the pet niche. So I prepared some other ideas that combine this. So for example, these are other things that you can sell in your store if you are not very fan of the clip art. You can always combine our image tools to create amazing products like this one. First, I got an example where we are combining text with masks. In this case, it's an acrylic. We have the photo of the dog with a little mask. So you can create like a pose shape and put some text below. Then we have a dog with a portrait cartoonizer. You will see really soon what that means, but it looks great. Then we have a blanket. This product is super popular. You will see it everywhere, which is the blanket with the face cut. You can do it with dogs, with cats, with kids, with babies, whatever you want. This is super popular. I think we have a live session from last year where we showed to do something like this. I think it was wrapping paper instead of blankets, but the concept was the same. So maybe Ezekiel, if you're there in the chat, I want to share the link to that past live session. That was great. And last but not least, we have the image generator, which is another awesome tool that you can use to generate any image that you want. And this is really popular and it's used for pets. For example, in this example, we have the pet like with an armor, which is really cool. It's also used for like to do like renaissance thing. I don't know how's the word. But to generate images of your pet in like really specific and fun situations, this tool is ideal. We are going to check it in a minute as well. Mm-hmm. Okay, so to end up this, here are some other ideas with just regular photos of ourselves, our children, our friends, our parents, whatever you want to use. These are some other ideas of what you can do with Customily. For example, you can use the grayscale to create products. So when your shoppers upload an image, it will always show in grayscale. Here's another example of like little bookmarks where they can upload their own pictures and have a nice present, a nice memory of a trip, of a birthday, or whatever you can think of. And then again, we have the really popular canvases with the cartoonizer. In the previous case, it was with a dog. In this case, is with a child. But this is really nice as well. You can turn any image into a cartoon. Then we have the face cutter. In this case, instead of just putting a floating head, you can also mix it up with clip art or with text to create something funny. If you do some research online, you will see this design a lot. there are examples, for example, that have like the body like a superhero or some popular comic, and then you put your face over it. That looks really, really nice. I don't know, for example, Batman and Catwoman, and you put the face of the couple there. It looks great. And then to end, you can also mix images with maps, for example, to create something nice. You put a mask in there and you have like a memory of a special place and a special moment of a trip or whatever you can think of. So,
You see how you scaled in complexity with the
mhm,
same tools actually. I mean,
yeah.
from the first examples in which we have the image placeholder, you see that by combining stuff in the Customily Design Studio, you come up with these amazing results. It's not just uploading the image, it's having a collage in grayscale, having the image cartoonized with the text, and in the case of the mug, you see how we put the image, the uploaded image plus clip art, so and or plus maps. So always think about combining things so you get the best results. It's like you're not just uploading an image, you're uploading an image, getting it cut out, putting it next to a map, putting it with context. We have seen customers using the DALI AI generation to create the
Mhm.
background and then uploading the image of the dog, cutting the background so the dog looks like in a jungle or something like that. So it's endless how you can combine. Always think outside a single tool. That's very important about these examples.
Exactly. Yeah, yeah. That you don't need to just upload a picture and that's it. I mean, you will see around that there's people that just offer to sell a t-shirt with a rectangle image and that's all. And yeah, you could do that, but of course, if you mix up and you think outside the box and you create like something unique, you will probably be much successful and you will get more sales if you really think and offer something that not everyone has. Like putting a photo over a t-shirt is super simple, but these ideas are way more complicated and interesting. I would buy anything, any of these ideas.
Mhm. Yeah, in my case, the mug is definitely something I need to get a nice couple of pictures, and this is a great gift.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, so that's all for today. I leave you now, Jose, the stage, so you can actually show everyone how to create these things.
Yes, we're
Bye.
going to create some stuff. So thank you, Cecilia, for
Hi.
sharing this.
See you
Stick around.
anytime.
People
Yeah,
are
yeah, I
asking for
will.
you in the chat.
I will. I will.
Okay, so a quick overview on the image placeholder object we see on the Design Studio. When we go to an image placeholder, we see there's something called image behavior. It's one of the tabs. We have the transform tab always. We're going to see this in a second, but this is a great way to understand what's available. These are all the tools we currently have integrated with the image placeholder. So this is a lot of things you can do when someone uploads their own picture. For example, the first thing is to have it in color mode. It could be full color, it could be grayscale, it could be black and white. Upload a mask means reshaping the box. I mean, box doesn't have to be square, it could be rectangle, but it will always have that proportion to begin with. Yet you can upload a mask. We have seen this before. It's a black and white image. We're going to see a couple of examples just to shape differently whatever image goes. So if you upload a black circle, your uploaded image will be constrained to a circle shape or a star shape or any custom shape you can imagine. It was a case of the POW here, right? This is a very interesting example of what a mask can do. And then we have a lot of integrations. We can you can remove the background using remove BG service. We integrate with them using API. The same goes removing background with Cutout Pro. Now, also Cutout Pro has another feature called the face cutout, which is how you create this blanket with the floating heads of the dog. And also we have with advanced AI, we have the cartoonizer filter, which is what turns these uploaded images into cartoonizing. Some of these filters you can actually combine. So if you combine removing the background with the cartoonize, you will get a cartoonized version of your dog or cat without the background, or just a cartoonized face, for example, because you're combining face cutout and cartoonizer as well as grayscale if you want to start playing around with all these toggles that you see here. Now, other tools you will see is limit image to, let me zoom in my case to see, limiting the image size to the placeholder. This is when we are defining very specific proportions and type of imprints, and we need to make sure customers don't cut out like a logo or something. So by toggling that tool, you can constrain the motions of the image to the limits of the placeholder. So I mean, any customer can upload their own image, and they can resize, rotate, and move around the image any way they want. So they can actually crop and zoom into the interesting content. Now, with this feature, you can zoom in and move within the limits. So that's a great way so you don't accidentally cut out a logo or something. It's a tool that we have developed based on many votes in our public roadmap. That's always a great thing you should know. You can always suggest new features and also vote for other features. Another thing you can always adjust and activate is the AI integration with DALL-E. So this is everything you can see right now on the on the image behavior, but we're going to see that right away because we're going to create a design using this image placeholder feature. So I'm about to share my screen and start in Customily. First of all, I wanted to show you that some of the examples that Cecilia shared with you are actually in our demo store in Customily official demo store. You can look for that and find some great example. In product examples, you will find photo uploads or OpenAI DAL free. So for example, this in case you can upload your image, put a name, change the color of the mug, and of course it's going to change the design. Some other examples you can play with this. This is the example we mentioned. For example, you can change the jeans and the t-shirt. You see, you can customize this by combining clip arts and images. I'm not going to be uploading any picture of someone, but I do want to show you this example, the wrapping paper. When you upload your own image, say this, right, the process will cut off the face and replicate that across many things. And like always, you can rotate and resize anything. So depending on your settings, you will be constrained to the box, or you will be able to just cut out. This depends. When you have this kind of designs, probably you want to constrain to the box so the dog head won't be cut off by the limits of the placeholder, right? And like you can change the background like this. These are amazing products, and you see how easy it is to manipulate them. A great example of masks, when you see that the shape of the mask will, for example, if I were to upload the same image here, you see the shape can be anything. I told you a circle, but it could be whatever you want. In fact, we're going to create something right now using this concept. And well, in the case of the AI, well, we have a suggestion. This is for Nissan's portrait of the Dachshund. Let's say we're going with the just change, for example, the breed, right? And try to see what the AI will generate. Just really quickly, will generate the same Renaissance idea, but with a husky, like that. And you can actually manipulate this the same way you do with any dynamic image, uploaded image. Okay, so that's great thing. This is, I mean, placeholders in action, but we're going straight to create something. So let's create a new design to explore the tools. And the first thing we're going to do is create a image placeholder. I'm going to create a design because I want to put this design on a POD product. So let me call this the live session photo upload playground. Yeah, we're going to play with a lot of things. And we start off like this. So these are all the tools we are familiar with, and we're going to click on image placeholder. This is our main our main focus today. And we get this. Always we get this message that says the shopper's photo here, and that's very important because we need to remember that a placeholder is not the same as a dynamic image. Dynamic images is for you to upload your own clip arts and backgrounds and images. The placeholder is for your shoppers. So this will always be empty at the beginning or able for you and them to upload images. So whenever you want to try this, you are going to click try with an image. Never upload something to stay there. Okay, so let's try with an image, and we're going to pick the, let's go with our sample log as always, right? So first thing we want to do is click on image behavior. This is the part in which we are going to see everything we saw right now. First thing we want to see is the full color, grayscale, and single color, right? Single color is something that I would recommend for engravings, for hat patches, for example, leather patches, these kind of things. If we're sticking with grayscales and full color, that's one great thing. And this is the first tip about using these placeholders. If you want to offer either grayscale or full color, you can actually do it really simple by grabbing this object that you just created and clicking create layout. Remember, layouts are subgroups of layouts, of layers that will toggle visibility. So even if they have the same object, the same behavior, they will show one or the other depending on your choice. And that choice is automatically created by Customily because it's going to read all these folders. So if I were to click here to open, rename this as full color, I can actually create a duplicate like this, another layout, which has the same object, but this one I'm going to call this grayscale. Okay, and this object, what I can do is just go here and change the image behavior to grayscale, just like that. So whenever I go to full color, I see this. Whenever I go to grayscale, I see this. And if I were to try with another image, like this one, okay, I go to grayscale and I see the same. So that's a great way to toggle styles really quickly, okay? Now, in that same spirit, we can keep toggling designs along the way. So let's create another, go here to create another duplicate. Yeah, it's going to create another layout. And this one, we're going to explore some other behaviors. Now, very important, when you go to image behavior, pay attention to the fill area. This could be very interesting when you are using a specific mask or size, and you want to make sure that whatever customers upload will fill the entire placeholder. So you have a square placeholder, whatever they upload in landscape or portrait will show these blank spaces. If you set the fill area, they will start, even if they can resize this later, they will start with a full image, putting that together, okay? Let's do the same with the grayscale. Okay, and now let's go to number 3. I'm not going to name this yet because I want to explore some great ideas. The first idea that I want to explore is basically what you're all looking at right now on the screen is, okay, I know this one, but on the picture, we didn't see this one. Remove background with Customily. And this is probably the newest feature we have, so new that it has like 2 hours of just being out of the oven and ready for you to taste it and see the wonders this can do. This is a new feature in Customily that is outside any of our integrated partners. This is our own background remover tool. It's free. It's unlimited for you as testing and customers as testing on the front end. And it's even faster than the other services. So if I were to click this, it's going to turn this automatically. Let's give it a second as it's processing, or I need to try with an image again. Oh, because it's connecting to other images. So let's try with another image. Yeah, you see, really quickly is going to pull this right away. Just as simple. Now the other ones will have the same behavior, and that's great. I mean, this is actually won't have the same behavior. We are pulling the same cutout image for everything else. But you see how fast it is, and this is a really amazing tool that you are seeing for the first time today. So we're going to stick with this. Is going to be another example. We can actually combine this with the Cartoonizer with Ben's AI. So if I click this, it's going to apply the filter to the removed image. If it gives you this, don't worry. It's because it's trying to work with the edited image. And you need to, customers will always start over, and that will apply the filter first and then remove the background. So when testing on the Design Studio, this may happen, depends on the order in which you're trying to use things. Always will apply the filter first, and then it will remove the background. The background removing is extremely fast, and you see how quick this goes. Now, whenever you click on Remove Background, you see some other tools becoming gray, okay? But you can always turn this off, for example, and apply the Remove with Cutout Pro or with Remove BG, just like that. Or we can actually apply the face cutout, and the system will try to cut out our German Shepherd, just like that. If you want to remove the Cartoonizer, you can do it. It's going to retrieve the original image, and you can either upload again or just reactivate the filter. If it doesn't activate, remember, we are always trying with images on the process, so just upload again the testing, and it's going to work really fast. Just like that, yeah? So in our layout number 3, we can apply some filters and some ideas. Let's say we're going to start with the, we're going to remove this, and we're going to apply the cartoonizing filter. And the field area. That's our third option, right? And now we're going to play some more with the masks and apply, of course, the remove background from Customily, right? Fill the area, and let's call this the cartoonize, like that. So full color grayscale cartoonizer, right? And let's create another layout with the same placeholder. We can always keep the same placeholder if we want to offer multiple options, and we'll see what happens. So let's duplicate again. So we're always on the same object, this ID number 1. We're going to simplify such as by removing some of these things. Okay. All right, and we're going to try with another image, let's say with this one. Yeah, perfect. So what can we do with masks? And for that, I'm going to use Photopea. As you can see on previous live sessions, I have used Photoshop, and some attendees wanted me to use Photopea instead, so because it's a free online tool. So I'm going for that. So basically, what I want to show you is how easy it is to create a mask. Being a mask, a black and white picture that you can put on to shape whatever you upload. In the new project, we're going to call this, we're going to just try with sort of this, we're going to work with this proportion, going to use 300 dpi, so the export quality is pretty big, and we're going to call this masks tests, right? And let's create here. So we start off with this, right? I don't know if it's exactly the same as this. This is a kind of a square proportion. We're going to keep, you know what, we're going to keep the square proportion. So let's go with this, yeah, and this create. Right, so we're going to stay with the square. To go very easy on the ideas, we can go straight to this section, which is called the shapes, and look for custom shape. Custom shape, well, you can have the black fill, right? And no stroke. And in here, as a new layer, we're going to create, and this is going to upload, is going to load multiple shapes. We're going for many ideas. So this is actually a great source. Of course, doing this on Canva is extremely fast as well, but look how easy it is to come up with a POW. Okay, like that. We can go to select transform controls and make this really big. And basically, we have this ready to go. If you don't want to use the entire shape of the POW, you can always click on the points to, or maybe you can just delete some of these elements. Oh, sorry. You can just break this into pieces or delete, very easy, and keep the POW here, just this part of the POW. Right? But this is how easy you can come up with a black and white mask. In fact, we're going to keep it just to show you how funny and easy it is. So I'm going to stick with this and go to File, Export as PNG. There you go, and we'll have saved this to mask tests. I'm going to call this the POW. Like that. Okay, next thing we want to do. Let's say we want to do something completely shapeless, right? So we're going to click on the pen, and on the pen we have something called the curvature pen. This allows us to create, let's say, like a cloud or something. So we're going to drag this to start creating this. And we pick on the next one and then the next one, like this. So we're trying to create something odd and shape like that. This can be our mask, right? Could be something like this. All right. And back to the point here, right? So this is a, we need to click on, sorry, we need to come to the pen again, and we need to click on shape, black. Okay, right, it, and then we have the shape ready, right? Like that. We can make it just a bit bigger, and if you want to pick the pen again, just to adjust some of this, some didn't go really smooth, but you can adjust that. So this, so far, this could be a nice mask. In fact, we're going to export this. We'll go to File, Export as PNG, and save. We're going to call this shape 1, right? So let's go to Customily and try this right now. So I wanted to quickly go in the Upload Mask section and check out the POW, just so you see how the image you upload will show up on the full shape. A quick tip: if you want to somehow move this try image, this test image, you can double click on the placeholder, and it will turn into something that you see. It shows a different outline and gives you, right? So this is the placeholder, right? And if you double click, it's showing you the original image. So by clicking on the corner pointers, you can move this. Okay, or maybe I just need to save and cache back to little things. No worries, because we can save the design and we can come back, right? By edit again the design. All right, so in the layers, we're going to layout number 4, right? This is the POW one you see there. And we're going to try with an image, grab our friend here, and that's it. So if you want to edit this or to make it bigger, just to for example, check the edges or see like a full color, depends on the image you're testing with, you can double click and it will give you the shape of the image. So now you can enlarge this just like that. When you're outside and you're on the edge, you can actually double click again and move this like that, or even rotate. Just like replicating what a customer would do, just remember to double click to enter. In any case, this is always our placeholder. I'm going to the image behavior and I'm going to upload a different mask. I'm going to upload this shape, right? That's great. And let's say we combine this with the Customily Remove background tool, right? And so far, so good. Now, I'm getting something not very nice about this, and definitely my friend is being cut off, right? Because the mask has this particular shape. I can double click this. I can move this, for example, right? Yeah, and there you go. But maybe it's too low, right? And this is what I want this to show, but it's kind of cutting off. So here is another tip for today. Another trick is go back to Photopea and do the following. Create another shape to add to this one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going with the pen again, curvature pen, and I'm going to create outside an image. Let me just like that, like this, this, and let's check what I'm doing here. I'm grabbing this part of the design, and I'm grabbing this and this and pushing this outside, just like that. Looks pretty strange, but what I'm doing is the following. I'm just trying to have the entire front or the entire part of the top to, let me move this just a bit, like that, right? What I'm doing is I'm trying to match this to the original shape. It doesn't have to be perfect. Let me show you what I want to do. I want to call this the shape, yeah, in black. So now my mask is the black part below and entirely open at the top. So my dog can be cut out on the back, on the lower part, and go outside of the shape in the top, something like this. This is not the most beautiful. Here, for example, let me try and okay, there you go. This is what I wanted to do. So I'm gonna grab the pen and push this just a bit, just enough to okay, it's not very friendly today with me. Okay, but let's say this would be right. Let's say this is exactly what I want the shape to look like. Okay, what I'm going to do, I'm going to click File, Export as PNG, and we're going to call this the shape 2. And now I go to Customily and I come to my friend here and I'm going to upload a new mask. It's exactly the same lower part, but open on the top. So now my dog shows nicer. And there's no limitation on the top, well, except for the placeholder itself, but on the lower part it is. So this is actually looking something like that. Now, another thing that you may say, okay, so this is beautiful. Yeah, but what's the point of having a shape cut out of the lower part if the dog is not going to is going to be floating around? So this is the part in which we can be more creative and we can add a background. Background can have to do with the lower part shape. So this will eventually create like a nice background, and it looks like the dog is coming out of a hole on the canvas or on the pictures. Like you're opening a space and the dog is coming out. That's kind of the desired effect. To simply do this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hide the last element we created, pick this one, and in the settings, I'm going to change this. There are two things I can do. I can export this as SVG, convert this to EPS and put a dynamic vector, which will allow me to change as many colors as I want. or I can just come here to the layer itself and change the background to a desired color like this, right? Okay, so far so good. We can actually create multiple versions of this, but this is what we're going to be creating right now. So I'm going to export this as a PNG, call this a background, one, because we already have another one from a previous testing, and get this in Customily. So am I going to be adding this as a mask? No, my mask is already there. Everything is working perfectly well. I want to add this as a dynamic image and make it a background. So what I'm going to do is add this like that. Of course, it's going to be, we need to drag this all the way down to the background like that, and it has to be the same shape. So I need to make sure that in the transform part here, I have the same coordinates, right? 500 each, and the same width and height, 790.24. So 790.24, right? I think so. Yeah. Okay. 790.24, right? Now, you see how it changes now. It looks like the dog is actually coming out of the background, and actually we have a mask with the open part. As easy as that, you can come up with a cool design. We can put this as, so we have full color grayscale cartoonizer, and we are going to be adding background remove. Okay, just to call this. This is going to be the color background. Now, very important, this color background is actually not always there, because if I click full color, it's going to be there. What if I just drag this color background inside the layout corresponding? I just push this to the very side, and it's now inside the mask. So I click here, and this is it. Cartoonizing is here, grayscale and full color, just like that. So if I am going to be, I'm not going to be changing much of that. All I'm going to do is put a name here, and that's it. Let's click on text box. Yeah, let's come extend this and make like a nice text right there. I'm going to call this, it's going to be pet name, and the character, let's put something something called art deco there. Okay, let me see if this looks nice. Test. No, it doesn't look nice. It's a monogram, that's why it doesn't look nice. Let's play with something else. Right, test. I don't like that one. Okay, let's go with perfect. Right, so let's go with this one and make sure it's as big as possible. Let's put 300. Okay, that's as much as it goes. So we make sure everything works. And basically, we're going to be able to put the name of the pet, see that in full color, in grayscale, in cartoonized, or in background removal, just like that. So we're going to save the design and get ready for putting on the product. I may want to add a final empty image as a canvas holder. Remember, this is a trick I always recommend, is if you want things in a specific position, depending on the entire proportion of the design, make sure you have a dynamic image that is hidden and is fit to the big canvas. So everything else, when you select, will show you the entire box exactly in the proportions that you have been working on. It's very important, because otherwise Customily will just grab the objects and forget about the canvas when putting on any product. So bigger products will have this enlarged. By keeping this image here, everything is on the right position. Let's click Save Design and create a product. Today we're going to present you a new POD we have integrated. Let me go to the start section. And in create new products, you're going to see now that we have Poster Flow. Poster Flow is a German POD that specializes on canvas and acrylics. It's very has excellent quality and very strong and popular in that country and growing in Europe. And now it's part of the Customily family. So I'm going to click Poster Flow and show you some of the integrated products so far. We have acrylic glass stands. We have night lights as well, aluminum boards, and we have many frames and also frameless posters and hangers as well. I'm going to pick this framed poster setting, and there's free frame choices, and then we have different proportions. I'm going with these proportions. I can pick any of those if I want. I'm going to stay with free and click next, and then pick my design just to see how everything turns out. This one. Pick the store, and really quickly Customily will combine this design with the information from the print-on-demand provider, create the listing in my store, and also create the template and the options for that particular listing. So that template will have this unique information of the printing size, the design on that printing, and also the design on the mockup. Because I picked 3 different sizes, it's going to create 3 different templates and connect them all together. So whenever I pick a specific size, it's going to load the right template and making sure I print on the right size that I have selected from the variants. Also, is bringing the images of the frames, so I will have the frame color options as variants, and whenever I pick a different variant for the frame color, it's going to show that particular image, so I have a clear view and understanding of what I'm purchasing, all in the Customily preview. Okay, and this is basically what all those testings have created. We have the layout, right? So we have the choice of full color, grayscale, cartoonizer, and background remover. I'm going with the, and then we have the black canvas, the natural frame, and also the white frame, and different sizes that will load different templates. So I'm sticking with this. I'm going to put this. Right, this is going to be the name of my pet, and I'm going for the full color, and I see the image upload button. So I'm going to click this and go for, let's go with this, right? So this is the full color. I can actually adjust this and make sure this is my printed product. Okay, see if I can make things bigger for you. You can always click on visualize and see this great. If I click on grayscale, it's going to turn this. And if I click on cartoonizer, it's going to give you this version, which is also pretty nice. Now what happens when I go background removal? It will bring me this, and I can move this within the boundaries of my mask. It's not that I'm going to do this, but this part on the lower is exactly what I'm looking for. Just like that. Coming back to the full color, it recovers everything. So remember that when you're designing something, the system may not show you all the possibilities or quickly switch between effects, but you see everything is on the right effect, on the right choice all the time. So you don't have to worry about that. And well, that's pretty much how we can put together using all the tools from the image placeholder, putting actually all of them together in different layout choices, and at the same time creating our own mask, creating our own effects. If I had kept the original mask, this would be like this, and if I go above the edge, the dog is going to be cut out. That's why I created this special mask, so it will create the desired effect. I'm going to publish this, and push it straight to the front end. And let's see how yeah, great. So everything is exactly how we've been testing. We have free sizes, we have free frame colors, and we can pick our different images. I'm going to try with a different image just to see how it looks. Right, so this is going to be our friend here in full color. It's going to be on the grayscale as well. And Cartoonizer, well, it's working on the project right now and cartoonizing this. And then, yeah, oh, that's amazing. And then I'm going to use the Customily background remover and quickly, really quickly, create that effect. Remember, this is a new image. Let me select another one and see how fast this renders out to be. Just like that. Now let's go and check out some questions. Okay, let me see if I well, we're leaving some people time to type and answer. Or tell us if you had any idea all the things you can do. Tell us about the new feature, this Customily homemade custom remover. You see how fast it is, how effective it is, and also is free and unlimited. That's an amazing news for everyone using Customily right now. I just wanted to make sure I can follow along with using Canva. Yes. Let me, actually in Canva is pretty much the same thing. You want to create these black and white shapes. Okay. I will have to quickly sign into Canva. Okay, so Canva. Well, this is a previous example we did in which we created this shape. If this is a full black shape, you can have it as a mask, right? But basically, whatever you want to do in Canva will count. If I were to create elements, and I will go with the, I mean, it can be as simple as a circle, right? Just remember that it has to be, okay, it has to be a clean black and white, right? That's very, very important. Like this. This is a mask, okay? And if I were to try, let's go with shapes and see what else we have. Think of a very complex like a leaf, right? This could be a mask perfectly well. You want to create some some nature-related images of your pet, is the same. And anything you see here can be, as long as it's black and white, it can be used. So you export this as a JPEG or PNG is the same, because masks don't care about transparency. They are like a map that reads black and white. So it's very important that you precise the shapes. It won't work with shades. For shades, we need to use transparencies, which is usually done in Photoshop or Photopea. But when it comes to clean edge shapes, the mask is the best solution for this, right? So basically, this is what you can do in Canva. This is really, really simple. And it's actually a really fast tool. Even when it comes to drawing, you can definitely draw in Canva and get the same results. Just remember the clean edges like we did on Photopea in here, regardless of the alt image. But I wanted to show you that this is something that if you have the image and you make the black and white version a negative version, then that's your mask. You don't have to worry about anything else. Customily will read the black and white really well. Let's see, we have another question. Okay. Well, if other questions pop up after rewatching this live session, remember you can reach out always at our email address support@customily.com. You can also open a live chat in the app, and also sharing questions in the Facebook communities are a great way to get quick answers. People that have been trying things around and share ideas and tips. A lot of things we show on the live sessions. We did many of those today, and some other people will always grab some on the practice and share on the Facebook community. So join them and keep active. Next time in Customily. This is a Q&A special, right? So write down the doubts, play around with Customily all week until the next Wednesday. Get a lot of questions there. Send them over on the communities, send them over email. Keep it on the chat right now, because we're going to use this as input for putting together a lot of examples and answering questions live, showing you how to create whatever you need, right? So keep feeding us with questions along these next days. Use Customily, prepare yourself, make the most of the next live session, because this is a la carte. The idea is to do something live, whatever you need to unstuck you and get the best of Customily. So that's all for today. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your questions, your comments, always being there for us. I hope you like the videos. Thank you, Ezequiel. Thank you, Cecilia. Always great to have this amazing team. And see you next time. Bye-bye.